Hello and welcome back to Pushing Cardboard. Today we have another unboxing for you. This one is The Greatest Day Sword, Juno, and Gold Beaches Battle for Normandy Volume 1 Grand Tactical Series from MMP. This is a game that I always would see at my friendly local game store. Very expensive there, and I would look at it and the production looks beautiful. The game looks like it may be more complicated than what I'm interested in. Certainly, I don't know that I have the space for the whole thing, and so I was able to talk myself out of ever buying it because it wasn't a perfect fit for me, and the price was so high. Despite the fact that I'm totally interested in the Commonwealth, the part of D-Day. Then the MMP had a sale, and first they had a sale where you could get a good price on this game in a Ziploc bag without the box, and I was like, oh no, I still won't. It was, I don't know, it was still somewhat expensive. And then MMP had another sale where they put the price of this down to $120 US, and I think the normal price on it is like $250 or $280 US, something. I don't know. It's high. And at $120, I just went, if I'm ever going to try one of these, this is the one I want to try, and I cannot beat that price. So I bit the bullet and ordered it, and here it is. So we're going to have a look at it. It's of course by Adam Starkweather. He designed the first two or three of these, and then I think he left designing MMP. He's taken his talents elsewhere, I think, and he's kind of he's got a new series that's not called the Grand Tactical Series. It's called something else, but I think it's kind of similar to the Grand Tactical Series. Anyway, this is the one we have our hands on. It's a big box. It's going to need its own sort of. It's not going to fit on the shelf with everything else. It rates the complexity as medium. Solitaire suitability is high, so I suppose that's good. Solitaire might be the only way I get to play this, other than I'll probably be able to play it Vassal from some of my pals online. Anyway, big heavy box. There's going to be a lot in it, so let's dive right in and see what's in here. Feels a bit like Christmas. Okay, well, there we go. What a pile of stuff in this box. That is huge. Okay, well, first things first, the standard, here's what should be in here, and I'll check that out later. But let's go through what's in this box, because it is quite a pile. So, looks like right off the top here we have the exclusive rules. I guess maybe somewhere in here there's going to be series rules as well. So here's exclusive rules for the Gold Sword, Juno, and Gold Beach version. This is a 60-page rule book, full color, glossy. So it got a nice layout in that it's rules down the sides with looks like illustrations down the center, which that actually makes for good reading. I think that's a nice layout. I'm all for it. But oh my gosh, the exclusive rules are 60 pages on their own. That's a heavy lift. I'm going to dig into the pile here because I also see. Oh, here's another. So here's a scenario book. Now, interesting. This is not full glossy. This is matte, which I actually prefer. And we have another 68 pages. So lots of scenarios in here. They're laid out the way MMP scenarios often are. Like ASL scenarios are great, but all the MMP scenarios in their other games, I just don't like the way they have the orders of battle laid out generally. Anyway, that's the way it is. I find it unattractive and hard to follow, but I make my way through. All the gamers' games are like that as well. So that's a giant scenario book. Well, let's have a look. Here we go. We're going to have a lot of sheets of counters here. Get you a... That's the front side. Here's the back side. Who knows what all the ratings are? But we're going to have a lot of sheets of counters to have a look at here. There's the first one. Here's a second sheet. And these are all 5/8 inch counters. Nice thickness. No problems there. Quality looks good. We have a turn record chart with a weather table. Single-sided, I guess you need that all the time, so that's that. Terrain effects chart. This is double-sided. We've got movement costs and fire modifier on the one side and more movement costs on the other side. So there we go. Another set of counters. Yeah, well, there's going to be a million of these. I won't have much to say about each one because they all look kind of the same. Well, we've got a bunch of counters over here these must just be single step units. They don't have anything on the back side. Here's some German counters. And here's the series rules of play for the Grand Tactical series. So the exclusive rules were like 60 pages. The series rule is 36. Again, we have a semi-gloss rule book, full color. Looks pretty good. And it's a bit, 50-50 on the layout here. There's a lot of text in a lot of chunks here, but still looks good. More German counters. And the back sides. Oh, Grand Tactical Series 2.0 Rules Summary. I don't know which set of rules is in this box, really. If there's been a few different versions, I'm not sure which one you're supposed to use with the game. I guess I'll find that out. Oh, a lot of flowcharts here. Well, that's all right. All sounds good. This looks like markers, for the most part. Yeah. More markers. Charts and tables. This is the CRT. And along with the sequence of play down here. Terrain effects chart notes. That's a lot of notes. More markers. More units. More units. Oh, look, here's some Canadians. I think Seaforth Highlanders. I think that's a Canadian unit. It's another copy of the charts of the CRT charts and table. Some more German units. Oh my gosh, there's a lot in this box. More German units. Oh. Now we have a bunch of, looks like division displays. Here we have Rod Keller of the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division, Rennie of 3rd Infantry. Yeah, each one of these is a different division, whether it's the Germans or the Commonwealth, and they're single-sided, of course, because they're going to be in use. So a bunch of sort of divisional displays for whatever divisions are in use in any particular scenario you're playing, I suppose. These are more markers. A small map, maybe this is a learning scenario map. So here's a little map to learn the game on. And here's Gold Beach, a special map for Gold Beach. Same for Juno Beach. And Sword Beach. I'm not sure. Is this how the map's going to be? It's all going to come out in little chunks that you somehow have to put together? That could be. That would be weird, but it's possible. Or maybe some smaller maps to play smaller scenarios on. That would be terrific if that's the case. Certainly a lot of them. More marker counters. Oh. More marker counters. Another version of the terrain effects charts. A little bit of errata. And some more markers. Finally, we have a bag of dice, and then here's the real maps. And I'm not going to be able to show you all of these because these actually, as opposed to being too small, there's 4 of them. They're double-sided, and they're huge. Here's one called Saga of the 6th Airborne scenario map. I'll try and zoom in so you get a bit better look at what some of the terrain looks like here. It's a great looking map. Everything looks very clear on first glance to me. Looks usable. Doesn't look like they've sacrificed usability for the sake of art. Yeah, that looks good. Here's another. This is I think this is Cain. Oh, Vaucel. There we go. So anyway, so we have 1, 2. Oh yeah, Courcelles-sur-Mer, Bernier-sur-Mer. 3. Yeah, and these are all. So it looks like these large maps all go together for the what I would assume would be the campaign game, and then on the back side, each one has a map for 1 or 2 scenarios. You see this one has got a 21st Panzer scenario map and then a Panzer Lehr scenario map. So 2 on the back side of this, whereas on the front side of this is just part of the big map. Now, I don't have a table anywhere near enough to put all those maps together, but I can certainly play some of these scenarios. Well, wow, That is amazing. That is a big box load of wargaming goodness right there. Hard to imagine how much stuff comes in this box. I don't know. This is daunting. I'm gonna need to gird my loins before I dive into this. I don't know. It looks a little bit overwhelming. Like the size of these, just the size of this exclusive rule book is like huge. But I've always wanted to try it, so now I have it at a decent price. So there it is. The Greatest Day, Sword, Juno, and Gold Beaches Grand Tactical Series from MMP. It's a good looking package. Thanks for listening, and check out the podcast. You can find Pushing Cardboard on iTunes or Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can find it on my website at pushingcardboard.com. Thanks again.